All right. Good morning, Utah. It's Sunday. We are powering through this weekend, my work week, right? So uh, let's kind of dive into what we're seeing out there. Tease to the coldest temperatures we've had since last February with some of the overnight lows that we're seeing. So, yeah, it's been a very cold start, but nothing so outrageous that it's breaking records or anything. In fact, we're well above record overnight lows for Salt Lake City. But nice to see, I guess, some of winter show up, at least with temperatures. And we'll see how long it sticks around. So you can see from satellite and radar, there's a bit of a northerly flow. We've had cold air spill in over our neck of the woods, the coldest air staying to the east of us. You guys have seen the monster storm system across the central eastern part of the country, while high pressure continues to dominate our neck of the woods. And so that's typically the setup. When we have ridging across the west, we see troughing across the central or eastern part of the country. And usually the coldest air, more often than not, the coldest air stays to the east of the Rockies, which is what we're seeing, where the Rocky Mountains act as a natural barrier against those cold Arctic blasts that tend to come out of Canada this time of year. But this is the overnight low readings that we've had this morning. Delta was just single digits this morning. Bryce Canyon, Evanston 8, 9 in Vernal. We had 19 degrees in Salt Lake. So the last time we were this cold, if not a little bit colder, was February 13th last year. We had 17 degrees for an overnight low. Otherwise, 22 degrees was our previous coldest temperature so far this season. Temperatures have now warmed to 25. I say warmed. They're still cold, right? So well below freezing. 25 in Draper. We're 13 in Alta. So heading out the door this morning, extra layers. And we're going to stay kind of cooler today with that northerly flow in place. We've gotten up to 19 in Delta. We'll take that from single digits this morning. 31 in St. George after 20s overnight. And yeah, we're starting to see some of the sunshine come out, especially across central southern Utah versus some of the clouds that have been hanging on northern Utah with that weak disturbance passing to the east of us. Winds are pretty calm, but with the cold air that's in place and that little bit of a breeze, wind chill, we start to look at that. It makes it feel a lot colder outside. So still feels like 18 in Salt Lake, -2 in Evanston, 6 degrees in Nephi. And feels like 2 in Milford, 20 in Cedar City, and feels like 6 degrees in Bryce Canyon. So plan on highs today, similar to where we were yesterday, mid-30s, so a little colder than normal. 40s now our normal high, with sunshine taking over. So what little cloud covers in place this morning should continue to push off towards the east. And then southern Utah, just nice and sunny weather continuing with low to mid-50s expected. Here's another bar graph. This shows the wind chill in addition to the actual temperature. So we're going to climb to those mid-30s in Salt Lake, but the feels like temperature will stay in the upper 20s today. So I want to keep the jackets handy with that feels like temperature, just a light breeze. But as long as you're in the sunshine, typically should be not too bad out there. How about the mountain areas? So cold air staying in the mountains with that northerly flow in place as well. Temperatures have been hovering in the single digits on the slopes, about 14 at noon and 17 this afternoon. I have snow icons in there. We have that weak disturbance that, again, is just grazing the eastern part of the state today, and it could generate a few light snow showers with minimal accumulations, if any, maybe up to an inch or so. I keep going off camera there. Sorry. Yeah, clearing out early this afternoon. The Uintas maybe could see up to that inch. They have the best chance of any accumulating snowfall. And that's about it. We are just high and dry again after really not much snow over the weekend. We had a little bit down in southern central Utah, but really not a great storm system, and we really need it. So I guess with that, let's check in on some of the snow data. Nothing's really changed. Minor improvements across some of the southwest corner. So Upper Sevier Basin at 50%, Beaver 65. Eagle Point had 10 inches of snow over the weekend. Bryan Head had 4 inches into yesterday. Northern Utah's numbers continue to decline without any additional snowfall from when we had some decent storms earlier in the month, but we're now at 59% of median, which is pretty dismal. Let me show you the graph. Actually, I can pull it up on this. Let me just get to the website really quick and I'll share the screen because we're approaching record low, all-time record low minimal snowpack numbers, which isn't what we want, but so you can see, I was going to create this graph in our weather computer, but I haven't yet. So record low minimums, 4.2 inches of snow water equivalent. We're at 4.9 for this date. We should be trending at 8.3 inches of snow water equivalent. And we're trying to get to 16 inches by first week of April. So we've got a lot to catch up on. Here's the numbers for percent of median, 59. We have 68 days until that April 2nd to try to get to 16 inches of snow water equivalent or moisture in the snowpack. So yeah, we've been trending near bare minimum all year long. No surprise there. Let's see. Moving on. The next, well, yeah, looking at the forecast, I'll show you real quick. This week ahead is pretty quiet. High pressure is going to build back in. We'll see temperatures rebound pretty quickly. Here's that weak disturbance. This is a larger scale model showing it clear out pretty quickly. High pressure, you see those ridges starting to form, builds back in. A few disturbances brush up and around the ridge. What that might do is help keep our air quality from getting too bad, minimizing some of our temperature inversions. But notice moisture really lacking with any storms that move in. And this runs all the way through next Sunday, and we're staying dry. So, and even the extended forecast beyond this week, 6 to 10 day outlook continues to show below average chances of moisture. If you're heading to Park City today, plan on temperatures in the 20s. We have Sundance going on. Live look at Main Street, starting to liven up a little bit early this morning. We're 26 today with some of the clouds hanging on, but more sunshine this afternoon. Warming up about 10 degrees tomorrow, and then hovering near 40 on Tuesday and Wednesday with partly cloudy skies. And then across the region today for Utah, we're looking at those mid-30s. A few flurries, as I mentioned, in the northeast corner. Might see a few flurries in Park City, Evanston, Vernal, 35 in Price. Again, best chance is going to be over the higher elevations, though, of any snow. And 47 Kanab, St. George, still looking pretty nice, even with the cooler temperatures today. Low 50s. We're climbing to the low 60s throughout this week with a mix of sun and clouds. Partly cloudy skies next Saturday with 63 expected. So, yeah, feeling pretty good. Northern Utah, 36 to 44. Sunny with some haze around Monday, Tuesday, but partly cloudy into next week. Low 50s by Saturday. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there. And yeah, enjoy all the college basketball today on Fox.